Don't mind the stupid hat. It's a freezing cold day in Philadelphia. I officially killed the 96. I took the 5-speed swap kit out of that car because unfortunately it just wasn't what I wanted. The older Aero models, they're not as good of a platform as the new ones, like 2003 up when they changed the suspension and stuff. Just so much better. No rack and pinion steering. It's just a regular coil spring up front with a shock running through it. They're great looking cars, but they're just not as good. So rest in peace to the 96. Also, that car had some motor issues and I wasn't sure what was going on, but when I just took it apart, the cats were just destroyed. They're rattling around and they're completely toast. So part of it, the car needed cats. That was my smoking issue that I had that I couldn't explain. So when I removed the exhaust, I realized the cats were fucked. Just debris fell out of them. So that was my smoking issue. That said, this was a prime opportunity to show you everything you'll need to 5-speed swap your Crown Vic, but now I can point out the parts and explain the differences between transmission options. All right, so these are the two transmission options, which I'll go over in a second. I want to go over the part that I don't have with me. It is going to be the SCT scanner, which I'm imaginarily holding, and a custom tune from Mo's Speed Shop in Dallas, Georgia. Super cool. Look him up. He writes custom tunes. You send him a few things about your car. He sends you back the tune you'll need. That said, let's go over the options. So that's the only thing I can't show you today, which is the custom tune. That is something you'll have to get later on. T45 transmission, which is going to be an NE46 2001 or earlier, unless it's a Cobra. Cobras always came with this transmission, which is the TR3650. These were more prevalent in later 01 to 2004 Mustang GTs and Cobras, I think. But you'll need one of these two transmissions. In my opinion, these are better. I had it in that car. Felt great. I had one of those in my old car. Felt like shit. Numero uno. Clutch pedal assembly, preferably made by Pierre, or you can make your own. This is unit number 52. He's made over 100. So source the pedal. The other thing you'll want to source is this BBK cable quadrant that comes with this inline adjuster for the firewall and a cable. But this cable also has an adjuster screw. Some of them are one length and they aren't as adjustable. So I like the BBK cable quadrant and cable specifically. And clutch pedal assembly also comes with this, which is the firewall bracket. Pretty important. You can make one, or you could just get a pedal assembly from adtr.net. It's expensive, but it's your only option unless you're going to make your own. This goes on the firewall. The cable adjuster sits in it like so, and you can adjust play out of the clutch so you have a nice positive feeling cable without a sloppy loose pedal that can potentially, the cable can pop out of this groove here, which is no bueno. Okay, the other things you'll need: a new clutch fork if it doesn't come with the trans, and then the clutch fork bolt ball here. I always just replace them. They're like 20, 25 bucks from like American Muscle, and they're cheap and easy. A throwout bearing, and you'll need a pilot bearing for the crankshaft. Good news is your Crown Vic doesn't currently have a pilot bearing, so you just simply put it in. It can only go in one way. It's impossible to fuck up. Just make sure you put a good amount of wheel bearing grease or something in there so it can spin freely and not go bad on you, because a bad pilot bearing sounds like death. The other thing you'll need is this. Looks like a little horseshoe or something. This goes between the bell housing and the block. So pick that up as well. Pressure plate, clutch disc in here, and flywheel. These are all brand new pretty much. They were in that car for about 500 miles. Sax clutch, don't remember the flywheel. And then this also came with the Sax clutch, this pressure plate. the new pressure plate bolts, and I'm gonna do brand new flywheel bolts, even though those were only a couple months old. Some bolts are torque to yield. I'm not sure if these Mustang ones are, but yeah, so I bought everything related to a 2004 Mustang GT with a 6-bolt crankshaft. So if you go 8-bolt, that's gonna be a Cobra and more of the dual overhead cam like Marauder engines. So just, that's the subtle differences there. And then, most importantly, you have a new yoke. So the yoke you're gonna get to match your transmission, either 31 spline for the TR3650 or 28 spline for the T45. This is 31 spline, and I have a hybrid U-joint, 1330 to 1350. Double check your drive shaft, but that's the only thing you'll need, a hybrid U-joint. And yeah, that's all the parts to do the swap. And then next week we'll have part 2 when I put that kit in the car I lowered, which is outside. Thanks for watching.